Faith was the word. 33 years he tabernacled the earth. Healing the sick, raising the dead, sight to the blind. In the city of Canaan, turned water to wine.
Elizabeth, my 1-year-old daughter, loves Cheetos. I'll never forget when she was younger how she would be so frustrated with her attempts to open the bag. I remember her punching the bag, stomping on the bag, and sometimes even biting, trying to get through the bag, all for her delicious treats on the inside. One day, she matured. She saw that Mama and Daddy could just open the bag with their larger hands in one instance. From then, she caught on fast that every time she wanted a bag, she brought them to someone else who had bigger hands and more strength than she has. And from that, she now is a Cheeto eating machine. In us, God places this burning desire to fulfill His purpose for our life. Until we realize that God has the power and the resources that are stronger and greater than ours, we'll stay stuck in neutral. Last week we talked about a fig tree that failed to fulfill its purpose for its time here. In that lesson, Jesus cursed this tree because it would not produce figs. From that same tree, Jesus teaches His disciples in this chapter how they can turn on this type of power that they saw Him display towards this fig tree. Let's look at Matthew chapter 21 again, particularly verse number 21. It says, "And Jesus answered and said to them, Truly I say to you, if you have faith and do not doubt, you will not only do what was done to this fig tree, but even if you say to this mountain, be taken up and cast into the sea, it will happen." Verse 22, "And all things you ask in prayer, believing, you will receive." Here, Jesus gives us clear guidance for turning on that power that's greater than ours. He says, first of all, there's a prerequisite to do that. He says in verse number 21, he says that you must have faith and not doubt. I want to hurry and let you know that that faith is not your ability to try to twist God and name it and claim it for Him to just give you all the things that you wanted and ever desired in your life. No, but He's talking about faith. He's talking about us having confidence in His ability and His power over our lives, over our obstacles, over our trials, over our difficulties, to move anything that stands in the way of us doing what He's called us to do for Him. Further, He lets us know in the same verse that there's a button that we can push anytime to turn off and on that power. Let's look at verse number 22 one more time. He says, "In all things you ask in prayer, believing you will receive." Folks, we live in a nation now where prayer is the joke of everybody on every talk show. And even among Christians, we've minimized prayer to just our everyday language. I'll pray about it. I'll pray about it. And when things in our life come pressing against us, that we should turn on this power that God has for us. Instead of praying, we try all these other avenues and all these other people to get us out of our storm. But if we turn on our prayer power, we have all the power that we need. I want to encourage you today to keep on praying, keep on believing, keep on trusting, but most importantly, don't stop fulfilling and listening to what God wants you to do for Him. Until next time, see you then. God bless, and bring somebody with you.